The concept of multiverse is one of the most amazing ideas in science and quantum physics. In simple terms, it means that our universe is not alone, but there may be countless universes like it. We can understand this complex concept in Urdu from these four important aspects. 1. The basic idea. Scientists believe that just as there are billions of galaxies in our universe, there could be a megaverse in which countless universes like our universe are floating like bubbles. Each universe could have its own laws, its own stars, and perhaps its own unique kind of life. Quantum physics and the many worlds interpretation. As we saw in the Schrödinger's cat experiment, quantum physics says that a particle can be in many states at the same time. Proponents of this theory say that whenever there is an opportunity in life where there are two paths, the universe is divided into two. For example, if you ate an egg for breakfast today, there is probably another universe where you ate paratha. Every decision you make gives birth to a new universe. 3. Is it proven? Currently, the multiverse is only a mathematical theory. We do not have any solid experimental evidence for it because we cannot see beyond the boundaries of our universe. However, modern scientific models such as cosmic inflation and string theory point to its possibility. 4. Islamic and philosophical perspective. In the Islamic context, the word Rabb al-Alamin, sustainer of all the worlds, is used for Allah Almighty. The Quran mentions 7 heavens and earths. A group of commentators and thinkers say that the plural of Alamin, worlds, indicates that Allah's creation is not limited to this visible world, but that there may be countless other worlds of His power that only He knows about. Schrödinger's cat is a famous thought experiment in quantum physics, presented in 1935 by the Austrian physicist Erwin Schrödinger. The purpose of this experiment was to explain how strange the way particles behave at the quantum level can be to ordinary human logic. Description of the experiment. Suppose the following items are contained in a closed box. 1. A live cat. 2. A radioactive substance in a very small amount. 3. A Geiger counter that records the radiation. 4. A jar of poisonous gas which will break when the Geiger counter detects the radiation. The paradox. According to quantum physics, that radioactive substance may or may not explode at a certain time. This is a random process. As long as the box is closed and no one is watching from the outside, according to quantum principles, matter exists in both states, both torn and intact. Since the cat's life is tied to this matter, it follows logically that as long as the box is closed, the cat is both alive and dead at the same time. This state is called superposition in science. Conclusion: the importance of observation. As soon as someone opens the box, that superposition ends and the cat appears either alive or dead. That is, your act of seeing has decided reality. Why is this experiment important? Schrödinger's goal was not to kill or save the cat, but rather to show how absurd the laws of the quantum world, where an object can be in two states at once, seem when applied to the larger world, such as a cat or a human. Spiritual and philosophical aspects. As we discussed earlier on the concept of God, this experiment shows that the universe there is a sea of possibilities, and to turn these possibilities into reality, an observer is needed. For scientists, this is a mystery, but for believers, it is a glimpse of Allah's attribute of Al-Qayyum, that every reality in the universe is subject to Allah's knowledge and observation. Understanding the relationship between quantum physics and the essence or existence of Allah Almighty is a very interesting and profound topic. Science never directly proves or disproves God, but some basic principles of quantum physics lead us to the reality of the universe that is beyond the material world. We can understand this concept in Urdu from the following points. 1. The observer effect. A well-known principle in quantum physics is that until a particle is observed, it exists everywhere in the form of a wave. As soon as someone sees it, it becomes a material reality. Spiritual aspect. From here the question arises that if there was no human being, then who saw this universe and gave it the form of reality? This concept is similar to the attribute of Allah al-Basir, all-seeing, and Shahid, that is, a being whose observation has given rise to the universe. Dirty quantum entanglement. According to this principle, two particles in the universe, even if they are billions of miles apart, are instantly connected to each other. A change in one automatically affects the other. Spiritual aspect. This refers to Allah's attribute of al-Wasi and His oneness. The Quran says that He is with you wherever you are. Quantum physics shows that there is a oneness at the foundation of the universe that is free from the constraints of space and time. 3. Uncertainty. Principle Heisenberg's principle states that we can never accurately determine the speed and position of a particle at the same time. There is a mystery hidden in the foundation of the universe. Spiritual aspect. This shows the limited intellect of man. Allah's essence is al-Ghaib. That is, that which is beyond the grasp of our physical senses and scientific instruments. Quantum physics tells us that reality is not just what we see. Reality is much deeper than that. 4. Wave-particle duality. Matter is actually frozen energy. According to quantum field theory, everything in the universe is created by a field or wave. Spiritual aspect. This concept reflects the command of Allah to be. Matter itself is nothing, but a wave or vibration that is under the control of a higher power, Allah. Conclusion. Quantum physics tells us that this universe is not just a collection of inanimate machines, but is much more intelligent and interconnected. Modern physicists are now forced to believe that the structure of the universe appears to be conscious rather than material. For a Muslim, this consciousness is the essence of Allah, who is in control of every particle of the universe. Soon we will show them our signs in the horizons and within themselves, until it becomes clear to them that this is the truth. Al-Quran.